They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas A&M's offense takes the field to start this game off. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Makes him talk to the hand. And the defense drags him down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So TCU's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He's got the back in the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Horned Frogs line it up with a 1st and goal. A design run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU!
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Shoots it to the left. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's got his man across the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. They want to run this quarterback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires left. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his.
Breaks into the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Gonna swing it on second down. That's caught. It's Norman. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pulls it in. It's small. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll run it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. And the Horned Frogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Aggies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run play action. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Using the quick game. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Makes the catch. It's Miles. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Just keep slinging it. Got the back over the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Punt is on its way. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Trevino. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the 3rd quarter started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Handoff to the lone back. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. 3rd play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. That's caught. It's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
The 3rd down offense has not been good, and add this one to the tab. Another 3rd down stop. They give up the sack. They're down by 3+ possessions. Nothing going this offense's way.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. It's a draw. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, TCU! And the route is on. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target. He has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. He makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Give to the running back. Turning it on. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. They'll move the tight end. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it on the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Unleashes one deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Williams. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Off the boot, looking for his man. Got his man quickly. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Might as well give it to him again. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. That pass is incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the good kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's a heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
To the air on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Gets open down the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. They're going to run it to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give as they work on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Armstrong. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Catch in the middle. It's Williams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could